Good day, everyone. Hello, crypto miners. Hello, everyone joining. Alpha is playing music for us. Nice, thank you, Alpha. And yeah, my name is Mary, and you are here at Crypto Miners Twitter space. And Alpha, mute yourself, please. Alpha, we can hear you. Thank you. So, my name is Mary, and I will be your host. And today we have the pleasure to welcome back a team. Astra is here again, and we have Saqib Wasim with us, CTO and Chief Innovation Officer. Welcome, Saqib. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Mary. It's so good to be back. Great to speak with you
Yeah,
again. How's things? Are you keeping well? It's been some time since we spoke last.
yeah, everything is good. New year and everything.
Absolutely. Happy New Year and Happy New Year to all of the followers and everyone who's listening in today. Yeah, really excited to share some more news about Astra Protocol. There have been some amazing things happening in the company, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. So, really appreciate the opportunity to speak again, Mary. How's everything for you? Has everything been going well?
Oh, everything is fine. We have lots of emails lately, and we can't wait to hear what's happening with Astra because I remember it's a pretty big project you have over there. And when I look now at the team and all the advisors you have, it's lots of heavy people, lots of big names.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
well, you know how we do things at Astra Protocol. We don't do things small. We're always focused on tackling the big problems in the industry. Bringing big solutions to big problems is what we're all about. So, really happy to be here again, and yeah, lots of news to share with everybody.
yeah, it's great to hear. I remember also from last time you were here, you found this problem that's existing and that's what you're trying to solve it. So why don't we start again, maybe, because we have lots of new listeners, I think, that wasn't here last time. Maybe you can present yourself a little bit and also talk about the team as we touched on already, and then we're moving on to talk about the project also.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start with what Astra Protocol is. So, for everybody who is new and didn't manage to listen to the AMA when I was on last, we're Astra Protocol. Astra Protocol is the world's first and only globally patented decentralized compliance layer. So, to kind of take the story back a little bit, I'll kind of just talk about why Astra Protocol exists. So, our founders, real experts in creating amazing patents, actually have some globally granted patents on blockchain regarding the validation of smart contracts and some other things as well. We started looking at the big problems in crypto. Now, I think it's fair to say of cryptocurrency and sees the real long term a lot of different industries, in particular finance. I think it's fair to say. But there have also been a huge number of problems as well. So we saw, a relatively small market cap for crypto really explode into the trillions of dollars. But it's kind of been held back by a few problems. And those problems, namely, are illicit finance or the speculation of illicit finance in cryptocurrency, the use of the shady side of money, um, scammers. I think everybody here, in one respect or another, has either directly been impacted by scammers or knows somebody who's been impacted by a scammer as well in this industry as well. And Astra was born out of a need to resolve all of that. So whilst we saw all of this large increase in the horrible things in crypto, it caught the eyes and the ears of the regulators and governments around the world who said, hey, this is a transformative solution. It is amazing. It has the potential to be incredible. However, there are some well-warranted concerns. Now, Astra Protocol compliance layer believes that it can bring and has been working towards bringing our solution to market that resolves these issues and brings more certainty to crypto. What we're also focused on through our our technology that brings regulatory frameworks to crypto is actually about is about bringing more major traditional institutions into this industry as well, which is going to be really instrumental in the growth of this industry, and also in in the next wave, which we think is going to be the next big bull run, born out of the convergence of traditional finance into this amazing industry that we, the community, have built together. So we're really excited about the future of Astra Protocol. Yeah, I suppose that's a little bit about what Astra Protocol does. In terms of the team, we have built the world's best team that we feel could possibly bring this solution to market. So we have some amazing board advisors. I'll start from the top again. Most of you know them, but we have Mick Mulvaney, who is the former Chief of Staff to the United States White House. We have Phil Hogan, who is the former lead trade commissioner for the EU. We have Kirsten Nielsen, who is the former head of Homeland Security and Cybersecurity for the United States federal government, and a whole raft of other experts from compliance, law, regulation, finance in our board. And our executive team has been built out of experts across technology, compliance, legal. So we have built a real A-star team to deliver this solution to market. So we're really proud of that fact. We don't think that we have a team second to anybody in this industry. We really, truly believe that we are best placed to bring about this hugely important technology to the industry. So thank you, Mary. A long intro for myself, but I thought it was important to kind of set the scene for everybody here that Astra Protocol is really serious about what it does.
Thank you, Zach. Well, you didn't even mention yourself in this team. So who are you and when did you start crypto, Zach?
Well, I'm Zach Wasim. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer. I'm the CTO, as you mentioned. My background is in technology, working in traditional finance, building out major transformative solutions across European and global markets. I've specifically dealt with large regulatory, high-profile issues across Europe for both retail and commercial banking. I first got into crypto around 2012, 2013 when I started making my first Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency purchases. A believer in this industry, started tinkering around with blockchain solutions around 2015 and then kind of dived in from there.
Very nice. Yeah, and now we're here again with Astra. So what has happened so far in Astra's history? I mean, I think you launched now on at least 3 exchanges. Is that correct?
Yes, I mean, that's really exciting for us. We launched on exchanges. Yeah, so you guys, if you're interested, you already did your research, you're wondering where can I get Astra tokens? We are live on 3 exchanges right now. Those exchanges are KuCoin, Gate.io, and MEXC Global. So those of you who have been waiting for a long time, you now have your chance to get those Astra tokens that you really want.
Great. It's not the smallest exchanges you found. It's few of
No,
the
not at
biggest.
all. Not at all. We went for some big boys. I think it was only right to aim for big exchanges for such an impressive project. Not gloating at all here, but certainly very proud.
Yeah, I'm sure
We do have
because you
some
have
more.
worked so
Yeah,
hard before
yeah,
the launch.
yeah,
You worked
absolutely.
very, very hard, I think, many
As
years.
as you know, Mary, we've been at this for a long time, making sure that the product, making sure that we have the best product, the best partnership, the best team, to really do justice to our mission statement. So, yeah, super excited about everything in
So,
store
so,
for Astra.
so how has it been received so far?
It's been
What?
amazing, actually.
Yeah.
We've had, the Astra community is very lucky. We've worked hard, but we've built an incredible community. So we have a real strong die-hard followers out there who also believe in the future of this industry and believe that it can be done in a way that is sustainable and inclusive of major businesses around the world as well. So we have been performing really well. We are one of the top performing tokens out there on the market, certainly for the new tokens on the markets as well. So you can head over to KuCoin, check out our stats there. The same with the other exchanges as well. And yeah, you can check us out. We've been received really well, considering that we're in a bear market as well. We have performed extremely well.
Yeah, the bear market. Maybe it's ending soon. Let's hope so. We'll see. Bull runs are more fun than bear markets, in my opinion. But Well,
Yeah, definitely. I agree with
you
that,
need
Mary. But
both,
look,
I guess.
you do need both. And I think what's important as well is the bear market in general gives birth to some of the best projects, the projects that
Yeah,
are here to
that's true.
last. It's kind of like it sounds strange, but it's almost like a cleansing of poor products or
Hmm.
people who, haven't done, made the wisest decisions. And unfortunately, some good projects get caught up in the wrath of the bear market as well, through no fault of their own. But certainly, we believe that good, strong infrastructure and fundamentally important projects are born out of a bear market and can live through it. And you just have to look at our performance to see that we're doing very well.
Hmm. So, would you like us to go through a little bit about your solutions? I think you have like four on your webpage. You're listing four different solutions that you're offering to the big companies, I guess, and other projects
Well,
as
yeah,
well. Or yeah,
yeah.
tell
I
us a
mean,
little bit about it.
so our projects aren't just suited to big traditional banks looking to get into crypto. It's actually suited for the crypto market itself, in particular DeFi apps or anybody who's Web3 and wants to build compliant solutions. Um, we are focused on, as I said, decentralized KYC, so know your customer, KYB, know your business. We have an AML feed, and we're also focused on really strong regulatory reporting stack, which means that you can actually prove that your service is compliant for all of these things that we offer. We cover over 150 countries through our services, so that means you can KYB, KYC across a huge range of different nations around the world. We offer our service as a very fast solution, so it's one of the top performing solutions on the market compared to other centralized services as well. Yeah, I mean, we're really proud of this. We've built some incredible technology. In particular, one thing that I'm really proud of is the Decentralized Legal Network, which acts as an audit layer to KYC and KYB. So gone are the days where you use a centralized service that just spits out an answer and says yes or no. A lot of people are very dubious about those solutions and wonder, are they actually accurate? Do they tell the truth? How much can I trust it? Well, that's what the DLN is for, the Decentralized Legal Network. We basically separate any blockchain information from the KYC application that gets distributed to validators in the DLN. Those validators are coming from the major agencies around the world. We made an announcement about one of those partners, KPMG. So we've already brought some big names to this industry from the traditional space. We basically can have three independents review it and then say we agree or we disagree. And then we use consensus to actually give you a degree of trustworthiness of our solution on chain. So we actually provide on chain validation of the full process, which gives everybody peace of mind and allows you to trust our service as well. So we're really proud of that fact. Really excited about the product. We launched our testnet service, so implementing that with a few clients, gone extremely well, and we'll be moving over to mainnet very soon as well.
Very nice, exciting. So everything went well and smooth so far, or did you have any bumps that you had to force
I think,
through?
look, I mean, I would lie if I said it was easy. It's not easy to build a solution like ours.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of late nights. So great thanks to everybody in the Astra team. We all work round the clock. And on a personal note, as the CTO, there's a huge shout out to everyone in the technology team. But I can honestly say, in all my career, I've never met a more hardworking team. Everybody really, sinks everything into this project. So I'm super proud of everyone in the team, all the execs, the founders, and the tech team as well. We're all excited about this.
Great. It's a little bit of celebration, AMA, I feel this. Now you have like
Yeah,
come to a
definitely.
milestone, a huge one, and launched, and now you can maybe, hopefully, sit back a little bit and see how it's unfolding. But you are also here to tell us some news, Zach. What are the good news or the new things that coming?
Well, look, I think the big news really was about the exchange launches, but we have an announcement coming out today about a new board advisor. So, guys, I would say follow us on Twitter and Telegram and set your notifications because we have a new board advisor joining us today. Very significant person. So we'll be making an announcement about that. I'm not sure if it's hit the press wires yet or if it's hit mainstream media yet, but it'll be coming out very soon. I don't want to speak about it first in case the marketing and media team and the compliance officer tell me off when I get back in the office today. But the big news is that we're on exchanges and things are really just kicking off for us. Mary, you know that we've been working at this for a long time and building in a smart and controlled and really proper way. And whilst you said maybe we can sit back, actually, in some ways, it feels like launching on exchanges is the first day in a new stage of the company, which means that it's given us that extra motivation to just keep working hard, keep delivering, and hitting all the milestones that we set in front of us. So, yeah, really excited.
I'm sure you're not sitting back. I didn't mean like that. I mean, maybe you're heading for next target already. What do I know?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
There
I
are
mean
more
that.
exchanges out there, right?
Oh yeah. We have some really big ones in mind. So if you can think of the enormity of being on KuCoin straight away and being a top performer there, I mean, you can look at the list of exchanges and think who's bigger than those guys. But we have a few really big boys in our targets, and we will reveal more as we have more information to share with the community. So not sitting back at all. We have laser focus. We hit our milestone on getting the token out there. The next big thing for us and the key focus for everybody in the team is deployment. So now that the token is liquid, everybody who knows our model, the token is integral to use our service. The utility is key in actually activating the Astra Protocol itself. So now it's about really sharing.
Oops, I lost you there, Zach.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, so now it's all about deployment. So heads down and show everybody how our tech works.
That's great. So I hear myself. I'm echoing in your.
1 second, I'm just going to disconnect because I just.
It's better now.
Is this better now?
Let's see. Yeah. Now I can hear him. I can't hear myself twice. That's good.
Okay.
So can we maybe do some examples so people really understand what kind of projects you're delivering to the market here? Let's say I have a company, the Mary company, a great name, and I come to you. And what exactly is it that you can help me with?
Okay, let's say that you are offering Mary Finance, which is a lending and borrowing app, right? So people want to come to Mary Finance because they want to lend some crypto assets by perhaps putting some assets on chain and locking them away. Now,
I have mainly shit coins, just so you know, guys.
okay, so these hypothetical shitcoins that you have in your lending and borrowing app, people from all over the world can access that because one of the virtues of blockchain is that it's decentralized. So all you really require is a wallet address and the assets to actually utilize that and internet connectivity, of course. However, in today's world where illicit finance exists, the egalitarian view that anybody and everybody can gain access to this creates a very strange environment. It means that we have an ecosystem that can be made up of good people and bad people. And that means when people deposit coins into a liquidity pool and people leverage and borrow from that, it creates issues where you could be complicit in borrowing illicit finance because a criminal could effectively go on this with no checks, deposit money, and you could be entangled in that, which creates a lot of uncertainty and a lot of nervousness from a regulatory perspective, which is not cool. So our solution, basically, when the user would come to Mary Finance, they connect the non-custodial wallet to that service. We would take them through a screening system, the Astra Protocol, that would check that user both from an on-chain perspective. I look at the wallet history and transactions, and also look at their identity separately. Of course, we keep those two pieces of information away from each other to ensure that the individual is not complicit in either on-chain scams and fraud, and in the real world, in the Web 2 world, is not involved in illicit finance, doesn't appear on a nasty watch list around the world as well. And that's why a fast service is super important, because we don't want to create a service that is in any way obstructive to the good people too.
And that's simply how Astra Protocol works.
That's great. Yeah, I wouldn't launch any lending protocol without doing that now then, Zach, when I know that you exist.
Yeah, well, we're trying to keep all the bad people out so that the good, honest people who are using these applications and are building strong communities are safer, and that regulators are on side with the idea of DeFi and crypto, and that the big traditional finance industry that already has interest can say, hey, well, we can join in too, because there's no fear of being wrapped up or entangled in illicit finance also.
hmm And people, please stop sending me messages you want to borrow money because I don't have any. And no financial advice is given in here, only educational uh, things we talk about. We try to teach you, or Zach is trying to teach you. I'm just here anyway. So, Zach, what else can we tell the audience about Astra Protocol?
What else can we talk about Astra Protocol? I don't know. I mean, you can ask me anything, I guess. I mean, that's the point of the AMA, right, Mary? So
Yeah,
ask me anything
all
you
right.
want about Astra Protocol. I'll be more than
So,
happy to help you guys out.
so you said in the beginning that uh, you were quite unique. This is the first company who does this,
Yep.
but is there some others coming now? So what are you trying to do to stand out, to be on top of your game? What's your
That's
strategy there?
a really good question, Mary. I mean, there are a number of things about our company that makes us really stand out. I mean, I touched on a few, like the board members we have, some of the amazing
hmm
partnerships that we have, that makes us really fiercely competitive in any kind of market. But what makes us stand out in terms of uniqueness in our service is the massive coverage that we provide. So over 150 countries. A lot of KYC services can't cope with that, but we've built a really intuitive way to manage all of that. We have the Decentralized Legal Network, which I touched on as well. And we have global patents as well. So for anybody who tries to replicate our service, they can't. They simply cannot, because we have those prohibitive barriers. And those patents are globally granted as well. So it covers pretty much every jurisdiction around the world.
So am I wrong if I remember correct if I say that if I do KYC with your company,
Yep.
that's going to be enough uh, for lots of other companies as well. So I can say I have KYC, I have like a badge, or KYC badge or something, I don't know, medal from Astra Protocol. So then they will be satisfied with that. Or because everywhere you have to do KYC here,
Mm-hmm.
KYC there. Is that's one of your goal to be the one who everyone goes to, and then you can like provide the
Yeah.
certainty to other companies,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So, we use a lot of standards. So we use international standards or OFAC standards, the open standards for KYC, and then we use the local domestic standards as well for all these different countries. So we've got a really strong. Sorry to kind of get a little bit technical about this, but we take all of these different rules from all over the world and apply it to each user who comes from a different country, and that means that now we have verifiable trust at a wallet address level. So your wallet is being validated against your identity as well. We obviously have regular checks to make sure that you're still in control of it, just in case anything goes wrong. But now, when a DeFi app wants to check you, they can now trust Astra Protocol as that verifiable source because of the decentralized legal network element as well, which means that we have now validated, authorized on chain information about it. So for the end user, now I know this is a pain point for the entire industry, people have to join and KYC on an application basis, right? You have to go to a DApp, do your KYC. If you want to join another app, you have to do it again. And
Mm.
normally at the point of joining, you want to do something, right? You want to buy a token, or maybe you want to actually make use of that platform. And KYC can slow the whole process down. But our
With
application
days.
allows, yeah, exactly. And that's never a good experience. With our
No.
service, you can KYC, get the wallet address validated, and now you can access all of these different applications that use Astra, because they're able to look at that verifiable source of information without seeing your name, your address, all that specifics, but they can see that you are validated by these legal authorities who are compliant in doing so, and they can trust that information. because we obviously permit access to certain specific information that allows us to verify it. So we make the whole experience a lot easier and a lot more clean for the end user as well, which I think a lot of people will be happy to hear about, right?
Yeah, for sure. I have so many questions now in my head. Let's see if I can scramble them out in a good order. So what kind of data are you collecting for the KYC? And can I, as well, it's my data, right? I give it away to you. Do I have control over it? Can I choose what parts of it I want to give away then, like an ID? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think you're talking about like the elements of self-sovereign identity and being able to share certain information and not other information. Well,
Yeah,
Astra Protocol doesn't actually reveal your identity to any DeFi app out there, and nor does it share your blockchain information with validators either. So if you think about this
that's good.
in two portions, so you obviously KYC information, you have to get your ID validated. It's a similar flow to any other KYC service that you have used. The problem arises is in that when you go to a centralized service, they're looking at your blockchain information, your crypto wallet. They may have access to what assets you hold in that wallet at the same time. And that creates a problem of trust. Like, do you want to reveal all of that information to everybody at once? Our service differs. So when you come to us, any specific validation of your identity is decoupled from any blockchain information. So they're not ever stored in the same place at the same time. We're data privacy law compliant as well all around the world. So we cover lots of different data privacy laws. So you can trust that our service meets all of those standards as well. And of course, we have a blockchain log that proves where that information is stored, who has access to it, only the end user. And any sensitive information is encrypted by enterprise grade encryption and has full security provisioning around it as well. So your data is safe and secure. It's never put on chain, so you don't have to worry about your identity ever being on the blockchain. Of course, that would be a big no-no when it comes to data privacy laws. And akin to that as well, we would never share your identity information to somebody who, we'd never share your blockchain information to somebody who only needs to validate your identity to.
Okay, that's good to know. And I think I lost one question. It may come back later, but let's move on to what's in it for the holders of your coin or your token. What can it be used for? Are there any other utilities than on the blockchain to use it for fees or?
Well, of course, don't take any of this as financial advice, but I will just simply go through how the Astra utility works as a token.
Mm-hmm.
So the Astra token is a fixed supply token. It runs on Ethereum, so it's ERC20. Users of the Astra platform, i.e. blockchain apps all around the world, can buy our token on the secondary market. They can take those tokens and they can stake them. When they stake them, it allows them access to our platform. So you can plug our kit, our API kit, and the rest of the technology in without any cost, but it doesn't mean you have access to the solution. By staking tokens, you now have access to the solution. And the reason we ask people to stake is so we can efficiently rank the transactions in order. Now, you have big applications now accessing fixed liquidity on the market, buying those tokens and locking them away for periods of time as they use KYC. And every time they go through KYC, we remove a relevant number of tokens dependent on the type of service they use and the cost for that service, and they activate the Astra Protocol on a transactional benefit. So every transaction has a fee associated with it. Now, when it goes through and it needs validation by the Decentralized Legal Network, of course, we give rewards to those delegates, so people like KPMG and other agencies who are validating. They receive tokens for carrying out their duties within the DLN. And then in remaining tokens, we have three processes. So we burn tokens on the basis of number of transactions that run through the service and what's remaining. We provide rewards back to people who decide to restake the token as well, dependent on the number of transactions they took during their initial stake period. And then we use the remainder for ecosystem development. So to actually grow this company and allow us to meet more opportunities and scale and become even bigger.
Ah, nice run through of the
Thank you.
tokenomics and everything. Do you, I mean, can you reveal some of your partners that you have, or maybe incoming? Maybe not incoming, but yeah, I'm
Well,
trying
I have
to
to be,
get some news.
yeah, I have to be careful about what I say because I'm pretty sure marketing and compliance will tell me off if I start rattling off names.
But are they
But
really here? Can
well,
they hear us?
they are listening. I can say that for
Okay,
certain.
hello, marketing.
Marketing and compliance definitely are listening. I'm sure the founders are probably listening in as well, so I have to be careful
Come up
before
here,
it gets told
guys.
off.
Raise your hand. I will unmute you.
In any case, Mary, we have struck some really amazing partnerships. We have some L1s on board, so we'll be expanding outside of the Ethereum ecosystem as well. We have some layer 2 applications as well, some decentralized identity applications that want to validate their customer base. And we have some finance applications as well. We made a few announcements last year about some partnerships as well, so the likes of Ink Finance, Menthol Protocol, and others. But we have kept the really big boys in our pocket for once the token had gone live, really just to have that liquidity available so different dApps around the world can take advantage of this platform.
How big?
Super big, both from the Web3 world and the Web2 world, which is very exciting for us. So you get stay tuned. I'm going to say it again, guys. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. Make sure you're following us on Telegram. Join our community. Set your notifications so you get alerts when we do send out news as well, so you don't miss the news, so you're on top of it.
I need to do that right now.
Make sure you do. To everybody here, make sure you set those notifications, guys.
I see Astra is the main account is in here, guys. Go ahead and join or follow the Astra main account. And Zach, obviously.
Thanks, Mary. More important is Astra.
Yeah. But they are not up here. I try to invite them, but they don't want to come up here.
They're probably busy in the office, I'm sure, listening in whilst they're getting the real work done.
All right, Zach, since we talked last time, have you had pizza with pineapple yet?
I haven't, no. I haven't dared to take that terrible leap of faith.
Maybe next time then.
Yeah, no, I think I'll stick to what I know, which is compliance and normal pizza, if I can call it that.
Okay. All right. So what's on your pizza then? Salami or
something? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just maybe a pepperoni pizza, maybe just being boring, a margarita.
Oh, that's really boring.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, put some
working in compliance and regulation isn't the sexy business, so what do you expect?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, can only be better then. So when can we expect these big announcements? Because you have launched now. It should come now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a big announcement out today. I did mention that we have a board advisor joining, so you should receive some news any day now. And we got a roadmap of all these announcements as well. So you should expect good regular weekly updates. Lots of news coming out of our Telegram and Twitter. And of course, you'll see us on mainstream media as well. A lot of our board advisors are on television, mostly Mick Mulvaney, actually. Mick Mulvaney does talk to mainstream media a lot. He gets a lot of questions about what's happening in crypto, what's happening from a regulatory position. And I'm sure he'll mention Astra on there a couple times. So it's definitely worthwhile keeping tabs on that and setting your Google alerts to Astra Protocol too.
Okay. Yeah. Everything about Astra on my alerts now from now on. That's for sure. So what do you say, Zach? Shall we have some questions from the audience? I see people are trying to raise their hand or what it's called on here.
Yeah, I would love to take some questions from the audience.
Yeah, let's unmute a few people. Do you have any time limit or something that you have to go soon or?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably on the hour I'll have to leave or just shortly before then. But yeah, we're good. We're good for a few minutes at least to take some questions.
I unmuted 2 people. We have North and then Mario.
Hey, Mario. Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm really happy to be here.
We're glad to have you here, Mario.
Okay.
Do you have a question for me today?
Yeah, my question is about the partnership. Please, can you discuss any partnership or collaboration your project has formed with other crypto industry or non-crypto organization?
Yeah, I mean, we have loads actually. Our website has lots of partnerships, so we have a number of backers, a number of platforms that we're using, and a number of platforms that we're working with as well. The list is pretty huge. So what I would suggest there, Mario, is head over to our website, head over to our partnership page, and you can have a look at all the amazing partners we have from a crypto perspective, and a non-crypto perspective as well. So as I said, we've got some big Web2 partnerships, and we also have some big Web3 partnerships as well. Thank you. That's a good question.
Wow,
Thank you,
amazing.
Mario.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Do we have North up here? And then I'm unmuting Haley.
Hello.
And Harley. So
Hello. Can you hear me?
yes, North.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, my question is about the AML. That's the anti-money laundering tool you're providing. So, I want to know, since you are aware that most money laundering are being done via cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is not actually centralized. Like, for you to get access to the moving of money, you have to like have a direct access to those accounts. So I want to know how you would actually be going about this anti-money laundering you're trying to provide.
North, you have a not so nice sound going on there.
Yeah, we got a lot of static from you there, North. So I'll answer your question the best I can, which is around AML and how AML derives from mostly fiat currency, in your opinion. But actually, our AML feed covers both Web 2 and Web 3. So AML feeds obviously started with traditional finance. So there are some good dedicated feeds that allow you to aggregate information and cross-reference that against particular people around the world. So there's a lot of technology out there that allows us to take advantage of that, and a lot of feeds of information that we can use to analyze and really look at pattern-based behavior to understand whether an individual is complicit in that. But we can't ignore Web3 as well. I mean, there are a lot of sanctioned states around the world that make it difficult for platforms to accept finance. And there's also a lot of scammer funds as well. Like everyone here has probably been hurt in one way or another by a scammer, or has at least been impacted by it. And the great thing about blockchain technology is that when somebody is involved in a scam, it's very easy to look at the lineage of transactions to understand where that money has been distributed to as well. That's how we're able to really blacklist wallets that are involved in scams or big issues or big high profile issues, or even some of the smaller ones as well. So we look at both very carefully. We don't take a position that only paper money is involved in illicit finance, or only crypto is involved in illicit finance. We look at both of them with a level of agnosticism, which says, well, let's try and derive the truth on either perspective, and let's try and calculate the risk across both. But it was a really good question, and I like the way that you're thinking. But I think what's more fair to say is that there are shady people in all industries, regardless of whether it's traditional or whether it's crypto. But it's up to us as an industry, as people within this industry, to kind of create more defined pathways for people to join safely.
Thank you, North, for your question, and thank you, Zach, for that great answer. We have Harley up here. Hello, Harley.
All right. Good day. Thank you for bringing me up. It's been an informative AMA so far. So my question is regarding your security. How secured is this project for investors and users? Also, have they been audited? And how can we assess these audit conditions? So also I have a second question too. Can I go ahead?
Well, let's answer the first question, and then
right.
Maybe we want to give somebody else an opportunity to ask one, because I have a limited amount of time. But it's a very good question. Security is an important feature in this industry because a lot of people have struggled with that. But we take really strong Web 2 practices into account, and Web 3 practices. So firstly, you asked about security audits. We have security audits underway. We're going to publish them. So you'll have published security audits from a token and company perspective as well. So we'll release that in due time. We only use very reputable firms to do this. We wouldn't compromise on quality of partner. I think that's pretty clear as a standard within our organization as well. And pretty much everybody in our organization comes from a really strong traditional background. So we bake in all those strong traditional practices into our technology frameworks, into our compliance policies as well, into our security policies. In fact, something that we were discussing today in the technology team is, security practices, the do's, the don'ts, the best behavioral practices, and making sure our services continually review and continually update these as we build and as we build more. That was a great question, though. I like it. Security is a big focus of ours, of course.
All right,
Great,
all right.
thank you,
Thank you.
Harley. I will let you
All
stay
right.
up. Maybe we have time in the end for your next question, Harley. But first we have Swalp. Swalp.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, here's my question. What kind of information is required to when performing KYC in Astra Protocol? Also, can we complete KYCs on other platform with the KYC we have done in Astra Protocol? I hope you get this my question.
Yeah, good question. Good question. Without running through every single field in the form, it's a standard KYC platform. So you've probably done KYC in the past, which means that you have to say who you are, you have to prove who you are, you have to prove where you live as well. And then we carry out a screening process on that. So it's not, incredibly invasive. We don't ask for any more information than you would in a standard KYC application unless you want enhanced diligence or accreditation reviews, of course. So yeah, I mean, to answer that in a very short way, the information that you provide to every other KYC service is what we undertake. So we don't ask for any more or any less, of course. So we want to make sure that our service is proper. And we touched on it before about how Astra is used across multiple platforms and that will allow you to leverage this huge network that we're creating. And the answer is yes, of course, you can do that.
It was clear. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well. That's a good
Thank
question.
you, Swap. I had a question that I liked here in there they are writing. Let's see, we had someone, Elon is writing. It's not Elon Musk, by the way, it's just Elon. While going through your website, I came about a feature called 3 unique KYC packages. Using this medium, I would like to know the difference between these packages. What are the use case of these KYC packages in Astra Protocol?
Yeah, I like that. You're doing a little bit of research on what we do and some of the product features. 3 standards. So we have standard KYC, which is a fast automated service against the user. We have enhanced. We have enhanced, which is we have extended then enhanced. So extended is more diligence on the user, more biometric validation of the user, and then we have an enhanced. So standard, enhanced, and extended. And we include a decentralized legal network review of the user as well in the highest version of KYC. So 3 standards, more scrutiny, more scrutiny, more scrutiny, of course. So more validation. That can be programmatically set across a number of different things. It could be based on financial risk. It could be based on jurisdictional risk. So that can be set by the platform itself, and we can take an agnostic approach on our platform as well. Good question.
Great, thank you for that, Elon. And I unmuted CS, not CC, CS. Hi, CS. Did you have a question? You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I was talking with my mic. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I actually have a couple of questions, but I'll just ask the simple one. So, I've actually been following some projects, the DID projects. So I want to know your takes, like Astro Protocols, if you're going to offer some DID to your users, like any user that passes your KYC, is there any kind of DID that you're going to offer to the users? Thank you.
Yeah, I think in the future it's definitely within our reach. We're looking at that in our roadmap. I think having decentralized identity is very important. I think it brings more standardization across the crypto industry as well. I think we have built the most solid underlying basis or framework for that. So I think definitely it's in our future. Our immediate task right now is to provide our KYC, KYB, and AML feed out to this industry so that we can really grow this industry, bring in more partnerships, as we talked about, for all the right reasons, of course. And I think, look, the sky's the limit from there in terms of what Astra Protocol provides as a service. So decentralized identity is something that we're looking at right now. We're looking at some really cool innovations around that, things like non-transferable NFTs and how they can be used across identity platforms. Like everything that Astra Protocol does, we take a very careful approach on it. We make sure that from a regulatory perspective, we're covered and our customers are covered as well. So we're exploring this right now.
Oh, that's interesting. So do you also take suggestions from your users or your community? Is there any way?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the key parts of being part of a community, right? That you can express the problems that you're going through and how you think Astra can help. Any suggestions on how we can make this application smoother, make the experience easier for users, and the real pain points in the industry. I think, we've got a great community. We have a very active community on Telegram in particular. I would suggest that you join us on Telegram if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll be able to do that. So, if you're interested in giving suggestions or maybe sharing your thoughts on how KYC can be improved as a standard, please do let us know.
Yeah, all right, thanks. I'm already in your social, so
good man. Like it.
Thank you, CS. I am trying to unmute someone else, but it doesn't really work, I think. We couldn't. All right, I don't know why. So, Harley, what's your next question?
Thank you for this opportunity again. So while going through Astra Protocol website, I discovered that Astra Protocol has a major token integrated to it. That's the Astra token. So I wanted to know the utilities and use case of this token in this project. And also, you said on your website that your plans or goals were to onboard 1 million users to your platform. So I would like to know what are your marketing strategies to achieve this? Thank you.
Well, we didn't ever say that we wanted to onboard 1 million users into our platform. What we did say specifically was that we want to play a leading role in the adoption of 1 billion users into crypto. And I think we're actively doing that for a couple of reasons. One, accessibility of the platform to businesses around the world, which by proxy gives access to more customers. And the other is bringing more trust to this industry. The last year of crypto has been really tough in terms of the reputation of crypto. Look at these massive scams, these massive failures in huge projects like FTX, like Lunaterra, and that has just really damaged the reputation of this industry. So the people who were really thinking about crypto and weren't sure, they probably weren't going to join now. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the damage has been done. So what Astra Protocol does is it builds more trustworthy ecosystems in crypto that can gain the confidence of these new users who want to do this but aren't sure about the ecosystems that exist. So we're playing a leading role in doing that. I really like the way that you're thinking, which is, you're doing some research on us. You're looking at future trends. You're looking at how Astra Protocol can play a role in all of this. Really thinking about the future of what we're doing, which is so important. So thank you very much. That's a great question.
All right,
thank you, Harley. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, time flies when you have fun, and with you, Zach, it's always fun. So let's have a last question from me, and that is how you see the future for Astra Protocol, and maybe also crypto in general. How do you think we will do this year or 5 years from now on in crypto? What's going to be the difference from now and 5 years?
I think there is a huge difference between right now and 5 years from now. I think right now things are just kind of bubbling. We may have seen the bottom of the markets, although I may be wrong about that. So time will tell about that. I'm sure there are more experienced people who can tell us whether we're at the bottom or not. But what I think is going to happen this year is there will be more wider usage of infrastructure projects that will help us rebuild trust into this industry. And that is fundamental in the 5-year goal. The 5-year goal is that decentralized economies take a new shape and form. That is a hybridization of Web 2 and Web 3 participants. So the community will form this really interesting ecosystem, which will be a combination of major businesses from all around the world and retail users all connecting across this space. I think it's pretty undeniable right now that crypto can't really grow any bigger without major adoption from the traditional space. And I think likewise to the traditional space. I think they really need something transformative like blockchain and cryptocurrency to provide even more efficiency, new products, and reach new markets as well. So they both work hand in hand. And what's critical for them working hand in hand is more regulatory oversight, more compliance as an industry, so it becomes more accessible. And that's really food for thought, which is, what kind of projects will we see succeeding over the next 5 years? And in my opinion, they will be companies that are focused on security, regulation, and making this industry more accessible. So, of course, scaling efficiencies, layer twos will be very exciting and play a very interesting role in this. But so will fundamentally regulation and applications are looking a way to bridge the gap between traditional and crypto. So that's really my thoughts on the next 5 years. I think that we're only going to see more growth and more growth in this industry. It's definitely not going anywhere. We certainly believe that. We've put our livelihoods on this as well, as a community, as a business, as individuals in this business as well. So that's really what I think, Mary. I hope you guys believe that too, and also believe in a
I
compliant
agree with
future.
you. Another thing that I think is really important, and I just want to hear if we have a few minutes more time, your point of this is that the normal people out there, I mean, we are here, we have been in crypto a bit, many of us, and we have learned all this, how to buy, and it's very complicated if you're a beginner to buy crypto, in my opinion. And we need to have more easy, accessible things like in 5 years, I don't think people will know much about which blockchain or which crypto. There will be user apps or things that you use, like the ones we use on our phone now. We don't really know who made them or when they came to the market or what they
Yep.
do.
Yep.
But we use them because we need them. We want to use them. We want to have them in our life, and that's what I think is. Maybe crypto is still very early and very technical because there are so many tech people in crypto at the moment. We need more normal people in Clammers, like that doesn't know anything about tech at all, but who are the users, the end users.
Well,
What's your
the
take on
best
that?
analogy I can give you, or not even an analogy, but just a question is, how do we get our parents to use crypto? How do we remove the complexity for people who aren't familiar with complicated technology like blockchain as it exists in its current form? So when our parents can happily, safely, and confidently invest in crypto without the assistance of us, well, then we know that we've really done something special and we've made it more accessible to a generation that probably isn't quite as in touch with technology, or isn't as largely in touch with technology as we are, because we've grown up with it so widely. So that's kind of where we need to aim for. I think once we make the experience as easy and as least complicated as possible, then we'll see this massive adoption. But all of that perishes. The experience can be super easy to join. If there is no confidence and no trust in this industry, all of that is lost as well. And that is the entire mission statement of our company and the organization and all of the builders in Astra Protocol who are working so hard.
Yeah.
So thank
you.
You
Disappeared. You disappeared there. No.
Did I? I'm still here. Okay. I think that's all we have time for today, Mary.
The last words, but
I think that's all we have time for.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, if you're interested in Astra Protocol, head over to our website, do your research, join our communities on Telegram and on Twitter. Make sure you set your notifications. And if you're still interested at that point and you're thinking, well, where do I find the Astra token? We are on KuCoin, we are on Gate.io, or on MEXC Global. So guys, You've heard it here. Make sure you do all your research. Read as much as you can about Astra Protocol. There is a huge wealth of information out there. Thank you, everybody, for listening in today. Really appreciate it. And Mary, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for your time today on this AMA.
Thank you so much, Zach, for coming. And no financial advice, guys, but I
None
bought
at
some
all.
Astra today.
Congratulations. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day, rest of your day. And actually, I will see you again tonight because we have another AMA coming up later. I think it's 5 p.m. UTC. I may be wrong, but check our socials. And make sure to follow all the socials from Astra Protocol and Crypto Miners if you want to not miss anything. Lots of good stuff coming from Astra Protocol, we heard. We don't know exactly yet what, so we have to look out for it. So see you later, guys. Have a good one. And thank you so much, Zach and Astra Protocol, for this lovely AMA. Bye for now.